need to help you get on the top club and school teams and have fun while doing it. The Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Countdown to First Serve show. This is Tuesday Night Volleyball on VypeFortBend.com, presented by the Volleyball School. And we have an interesting matchup because it's always fun to imagine what it would be like to be in a one high school ISD. That's what Angleton is. And their head volleyball coach is Cheyenne Lunsford. And first of all, Coach, I'm always interested in how these pre-district matchups kind of come to be. You have a friendship maybe with Coach Lee. How did this matchup happen?
Kempner actually used to be in our district, so we changed districts 2 years ago, and so we used to play them very regularly. Kempner has always been a very solid team, and so...
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. They've always been a very solid team, and so they're always a great preseason matchup. I think we try to play them every single year because it's always going to be a great game.
Well, I notice if the record that I saw is accurate, you're 10 wins and 8 losses thus far.
That's what tournament
play is coming up right around the corner. In fact, this might even be your last match before district starts.
No, we've got this week and then next week. So we play Sweeney on Friday, and then we play Beewood on Tuesday, and then the following week is our district. So we moved to a much smaller district. She's a really wonderful serve receive player, very dependable to pick up the ball's in the middle of the court, so she's going to be our back row extraordinaire. Brooke and Paige Smith are sisters on the team. Brooke is an outside and Paige is a middle, and they are our two stronger attackers of our front row players.
Well, there's just something about, to me, high school athletes who are siblings playing on the same team. It's just it's a really sweet thing to see, and you don't have any other sister pairs besides the Smiths, correct? Or do you?
Let me think. No, I don't think anybody else are sisters, although they definitely think that if you're observing objectively, the team, those two, they get more excited for each other than they get for themselves. So it's a great camaraderie there.
That's what makes me happy. I actually get a little misty thinking about stuff like that. I remember when Kyle Tucker first started playing for the Astros, they were asking the young players some questions to let people know more about them. They said, "Kyle, who's your favorite player?" He said, "My big brother Preston, of course." And he didn't have as big a career as Kyle is, but that's really nice. And I like that you had to look around to figure out if there are any other sisters. That means that you get good participation numbers, and that helps lead to having a good team.
Yeah, there's a lot of very close friends, so I'm thinking some of them might be related, but I think Brooke and Paige are the only sisters that I have. But yeah, a lot of these girls are very, very close, always with each other. So I had to kind of think there.
And Brooke Smith, as you may know, is called Brooke Smith.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Did not know that. Okay, well, I taught somebody something. I guess since I was teaching all day, it's about time I did that. Thank you very much, Coach Luntz, for joining us on the Countdown to First Serve show.
Thank you very much.
All right, we will continue with Countdown to First Serve show, and we will talk with Jennifer Lee, the head coach of Kempner, and we'll also talk with someone who is making this broadcast possible. And that is the man who is leading the volleyball school, or one of the co-owners. It is Claudio Newell, and we will talk to him when we continue on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to the Countdown to First Serve show, and we are at Wheeler Fieldhouse, and Jennifer Lee is the head coach of the Kempner Cougars, and I try to keep these things fresh. I try to ask different questions every time, and it's a real challenge, but I want to know, did you schedule this match so you wouldn't have to go to open house at Kempner tonight?
Actually, no. I do like going to open house and seeing my parents and my students. But this was on
Any of your matches thus far this year in the tournaments and so forth. But I did know you were at Pasadena Memorial when your team did pretty well and my equipment did nothing, so I had to go home before getting all the broadcasts in. I do notice that Mia Clark appears to not be playing tonight. Is that correct? And is everything okay?
Oh, Mia Clark actually is playing.
Okay, well, I thought I saw her in something other than the usual uniform. Maybe she just got dressed later, and that's fine. And, the reason I ask about her, she has no idea who I am, but her big brothers played baseball with my boys, and I've known her parents for a long time.
Yes, well, I can assure you she is playing. She is actually across the way getting her hair done nice and pretty by one of her setters.
Okay, well, and otherwise, is the rest of the roster healthy and ready to go for tonight's game?
Yes, we are ready to go and looking forward to a great game.
Now, Angleton kind of gives you some good, solid opposition. They used to be in a district with you. And how would you kind of grade your team on the things you want to accomplish in all the pre-district stuff, which leads up to the matches that start very soon that matter they count for everything as far as getting to the playoffs?
Our biggest thing for our program is cohesiveness on the court and on the bench, communication, and lots of energy.
And let's see, I'm kind of now. I guess I should have thought of more questions in advance. Who is your most valuable attacking offensive player? The one that goes and gets those kills when you need them, and who is mostly responsible for setting up those players who have the long arms and the height?
Okay, well, actually, we have two. It's our outside hitters, Mia Clark and Elizabeth Holmquist. They're actually both our leading scorers. Currently, Mia has 70 kills and Elizabeth has 69. And then setting us up is our freshman, who's a great newcomer. Her name is Cheyenne Bates. There's a lot of things to look forward to from that young lady. She is also one of our hitters as well. And then Sophia Lagan, our libero, who is a two-time Defensive Player of the Year in our district. She helps get our defense ready, and so our offense can do what they need to do.
And Sophie is one of those players that's been doing so many good things for you for so long. She has double zeros at the end of certain statistics. So she hit 1,300, correct, on those, the sets? Digs, okay.
Digs.
Those are just as important. I love digs.
Yeah, she actually hit her 1,000 dig last year against Willow Ridge when we played them, and I'm waiting for her to hit 2,000.
Yeah, if she does that, then that will definitely lead to success.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to say to our audience before we let you go? And good luck tonight, by the way, against Angleton.
Thank you. We're just so glad to have Vype here with us, and you especially. And we're looking forward to a great match versus Angleton and getting ready for our road to playoffs with district play coming against Marshall next Friday.
All right. Very good. That's VypeFortBend.com countdown to first serve show. But we're not done. We'll have one more guest before we get this one underway between Angleton and Kempner. We'll be right back.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We're the volleyball school with 3 locations, Katy, the Woodlands, and the newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to help you get on the top club and school teams and have fun while doing it. The Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
Welcome back to the countdown to first serve show. This is VypeFortBend.com, and whether we're bringing you Tuesday night volleyball or Wednesday night volleyball, it is presented by the Volleyball School, and with me is Claudio Newell. He and Domingo Martinez are the two-headed monster that run the volleyball school. Tell us, Claudio, what is the volleyball school?
Oh, you know, we are thrilled to be here in this event. But let me tell you about the volleyball school. In essence, we are a training facility, but the key is that we specialize in developing young kids. Our objective is really to prepare those kids and help their families to reach their goals, from zero to developmental to intermediate and to advanced. That's our main goal here.
And let's talk about your locations, and the one that we like the best is closest to most of the Fort Bend County teams, and that is the one on West Belfort in Richmond.
Yes, you know, we started this adventure about 6 years ago, first in Katy location, then in the Woodlands, and now we just opened less than a year ago our third location in Richmond. It's a state-of-the-art facility, and the community help us a lot. We have a very, very good reach, and we've been growing as a company about 50% year over year. So we are very, very excited.
Yes, we're very happy for you and very grateful for your support making these broadcasts possible. We have made volleyball a radio sport, and people love it. We have great loyal listenership, and we know that's going to help you going forward. So how long has the volleyball school been operating? And you've been talking about the growth, but what was it like there in the very beginning?
Oh, you know, we started from from our own experience. You know, I had my daughter, and Domingo had also their daughters playing volleyball, and we realized that there are so many things that we could do better. So really, we apply all our corporate and business knowledge to develop something that has a meaning for the community, that really we can help those girls. And you know what? We are here in this event, and we see so many girls in these top teams from the school that have been alumni from us, that started from zero, and we see now playing great and having fun and being, you know, teammates, and we see, I mean, we feel very proud. We feel very proud of what they are achieving, and that we were part of that journey.
I can only imagine, because when you have kids and they become varsity players in high school, it does make you very proud, but you get an extra dose of all the proud when you see all these girls that have come in and helped develop their game at the volleyball school. And we just cannot thank you enough for supporting us, because we're always going to say volleyball on VypeFortBend.com is presented by the volleyball school, thanks to your great support.
Okay, thank you guys, and really we have fun and you know, enjoy this beautiful sport.
And what we want more than anyone else is to go to Garland the Saturday before Thanksgiving for at least one Fort Bend County team. And if we're lucky, maybe we'll get more than one as we watch them strive for UIL state championships. Claudio Newell, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back to get this match underway. You've been listening to the Countdown to First Serve show on VypeFortBend.com.
Watch parties aren't what they used to be.
Welcome to today's matinee.
Ever since we got Xfinity, my little sister and her friends can easily stream all their favorite stuff.
We'll start with 2 episodes of Top Chef, then Chopped.
When I was a kid, we'd worry about buffering. Now they just worry about what's on the charcuterie board.
Enjoy these fine meats and cheeses.
These are just cut up hot dogs and spray cheese.
Indeed.
The best way to stream your favorites is on the Xfinity 10G network. Now through September 6th, get gig internet on the Xfinity 10G network made for streaming for $30 a month for 2 years with no annual contract. Plus, add Now TV for just $20 a month. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Now TV requires Xfinity internet. Equipment.
Ana Okusanya, the two captains are Ilagan and Holmquist. Kempner is wearing the black shorts and the maroon jersey tops. And the visitors from Angleton. Of course, Angleton is the Wildcats, but their girls' teams are the Lady Cats. And they're wearing the purple jersey tops with the grayish-white letters and numerals and the black shorts, and they are going to serve first. Kyler Beck, the junior, stands near the baseline, and she's waiting for the blessing from the officials, and we are ready to rock from Wheeler Fieldhouse. And there is the serve by Beck, and it comes over to Kempner, and they will attack very quickly, and they try to put it down with Okunsanya, but she cannot get it down. Now Angleton sends it back, and there is a swing by Sydney Hatch of Kempner, and she hits it into the net. The first point goes to the Angleton Lady Cats. I'm Roger Smith. This is Tuesday Night Volleyball on VypeFortBend.com, presented by the Volleyball School. And Beck serves again, a little overspin on that one, and Kempner will try to attack. And there is Mia Clark with a dig with a bang down spike that bounces off of an Angleton forearm and into the seats on the far side. That ties it at 1. Now coming out of the game, Ellie Holmquist. And quickly in for Kempner is number 2, Layla Green, and she serves. Her serve comes back, and now there is a swing by Clark, and that's a winner. Nice dig attempt by Cameron Valenzuela, but it went sideways, and it is 2-1 Kempner, their first lead. And there is the Layla Green serve, and Angleton on the attack, and just a little tap over by Paige Smith, but she cannot get it to drop. Now Kempner sends one deep and right on the line. It's a winner. Sydney Hatch gets one right where she wanted it, going diagonally to the far left corner. And Layla Green's serve will continue. The right-hander keeps her feet on the floor as she serves. Now Angleton, a little setup by Kyler Beck, and a little bit of a skirmish at the net, and that skirmish goes to Angleton, so they get within 3-2. I hope I'm saying her last name right. Sloan Greek comes off the bench, and quickly coming in to serve is Tinsey Jones. Maybe I can ask her during a timeout. There is a serve by Angleton, and now Kempner tries to attack but cannot get it down. Valenzuela keeps it away, up in the air, and there's a cross-court spike, and a good one by Brooke Smith. Brooke and Paige Smith, as you heard during the Countdown to First Serve show, are sisters. But wait a minute, I guess that spike went out, so it was a point for the Cougars, and they lead at 4-2. Now serving, it's Brenna Kassler. Gets the signal from Coach Jennifer Lee and gets it over the net, and the sinker ball is not handled. Valenzuela dives at it, but she was unable to get it back up in the air, and it's 5-2, Kempner on top of Angleton. Angleton girls talking with each other about how to get ready for those serves that drop quickly, and there's another one. Valenzuela digs this one out. Now there's Paige Smith trying to send one deep, and she does, but Kempner is able to return it. And there is Hatch. She had one off the heel of her hand, could not get enough heat on it to make it go down. Now Kempner is attacking again. Here's a big swing by Okunsanya. Now it's back on the Kempner side. Mia Clark hits one into the net. Unforced error gets Angleton to within 5-3. Brenna Kassler comes off the court. Now we have Paige Smith going to the baseline, and she is ready to serve. From the middle of the baseline with her feet on the floor, a little screwball serve, and it's tough for Kempner to handle, and 2 hits are not good enough. It ends up in the stands. And Angleton gets back within 1, 5-4. This is the best of 5 match. By the way, tomorrow we've got more Tuesday night volleyball on a Wednesday night. It is St. John's traveling to Foster. Here's the serve by Paige Smith, and an overset by Kempner. This will be easy for Angleton. And a big swing, almost a winner by Brooke Smith, but somehow Kempner sends it back. Then there's another hard spike, Jenna Sebesta. And 2 hits on the Kempner side. That's a point for the Angleton Lady Cats, and we are all tied at 5-all. I guess I said all twice in the same sentence. We are tied at 5-all, would have been more appropriate. Now Angleton serves with Paige Smith. Kempner just able to bump it over. They didn't really get their attack organized. Here's a swing by Brooke, and Brooke gets a winner despite a dive by Mia Clark to try and keep it in the air. 6-5. Angleton, after 4 straight points, takes its second lead of the match. And there is a hot serve coming in by Paige Smith, but Kempner is going to be able to do something with it. Mia Clark is blocked at the net, but it falls on the Angleton side. And a point to Kempner. We're tied at 6. Now off the bench, Brooke Bridges. You have Brooke Smith for Angleton, and you have Brooke Bridges for Kempner. Bridges serves, and that's a nice split finger fastball, but Angleton is going to send it back, and Paige Smith gets a hit that is on the line. Kempner let it go, didn't think it was going to hit the line. Now checking in is Haley Edinger for Angleton, replacing Kyler Beck, and also coming off is Hollis Deckert. And I'm sorry I didn't see who went in for her. I guess it was Savannah Payne. She is one of 2 sophomores on the roster for Angleton. Now Kempner receiving serve. Okunsanya tapping it over the net, off of Angleton fingertips and down to the floor. 7-7. Captain Ellie Holmquist comes off the bench for Kempner, and taking a seat on the bench, Layla Green. Mia Clark ready to serve, leaps as she does, and that is a spinning serve, and unable to handle it are the Angleton Wildcats. Haley Edinger with a dive to try and keep it up there. Now Kempner gets back into the lead at 8-7. All the games are to 25 unless it goes to a 5th set, and in that case you play to 15. Hot serve by Mia Clark, and Angleton does get it over, but very defensively, and then 2 hits on the Kempner side, an unforced error. They get Ellie Holmquist for that one, and it's 8-8. Substitution Angleton, Sloan Greek in, and Tinsey Jones. All right, I'm sorry that I had to take the headset off and check on that, but it is Sloan Greek, Greak, Greek as in peak. 9-8 Kempner as they got that last point, and now it is Sophia Logan, one of the captains, serving. And now a little back set and a side of the hand spike attempt by Sebesta of Angleton. Kempner sends it over. Now Angleton attacking again. Edinger tries to get one down. And I thought that was one too many hits on the Angleton side, but it didn't matter. Kempner gets the point. Ellie Holmquist taps it over to an open spot, and Angleton they left too big of a fissure there in their defense. And there's a timeout taken. We'll take it with them. This is VypeFortBend.com Tuesday Night Volleyball, presented by the Volleyball School. We'll be right back.
Watch parties aren't what they used to be.
Welcome to today's matinee.
Ever since we got Xfinity, my little sister and her friends can easily stream all their favorite stuff.
We'll start with 2 episodes of Top Chef, then Chopped.
When I was a kid, we'd worry about buffering. Now they just worry about what's on the charcuterie board.
Enjoy these fine meats and cheeses.
These are just cut up hot dogs and spray cheese.
Indeed.
The best way to stream your favorites is on the Xfinity 10G network. Now through September 6th, get gig internet on the Xfinity 10G network made for streaming for $30 a month for 2 years with no annual contract. Plus, add Now TV for just $20 a month. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Now TV requires Xfinity internet. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service. Actual speeds vary. Stream Top Chef on Peacock.
We're back. Kempner leads 10-8, and coming out of the timeout, they'll continue their serving with Sophie Ilagan. Sophie serves, and a lot of velocity on that one, but Angleton is going to be able to send it back. Sloan Greek gets it over the net. Now Kempner attacking again, and it's a little back set for Cheyenne Bates, but she fires it long. Just to help you get to know this Kempner team, the senior libero Sophie Ilagan is committed to Blinn Junior College, and she currently has more than 1,300 digs in her career for the Kempner Cougars. The kill leaders are the outside hitters Mia Clark and Elizabeth Holmquist. Kempner receiving serve after losing that point. They're up 10-9, and now it is Angleton on the attack. Sloan Greek tries to get it over, and off of Kempner fingertips, they keep it off the floor, but a whistle and a double hit on the Kempner side makes it 10-10. So Clark and Holmquist again are the best outside hitters, and Holmquist is trying to get some college looks. She decided very late that she wanted to play. She's got a great grade point average of 4.0. Hot serve by Valenzuela. Kempner lets it go way deep into the backcourt, but they do get it over with the bump. And now Angleton attacking again, and it's Paige Smith who goes to the deep left corner and gets it down. And that gives Angleton the lead, 11-10. Jennifer Lee, Kempner's head coach, up off the bench with some defensive instructions. Wasn't really pleased with the way her team handled that one. And I'm not sure why Kempner is about to serve, because they just gave up the last point. Now they roll the ball back to the south end of the court here at Wheeler Fieldhouse. And Valenzuela in the white libero jersey will serve after there's a little bit of a discussion. Coach Lee sent her captain, Sophie Ilagan, over to the official in the tall chair on the opposite side of the court. I think it was maybe a dispute over that double hit call. I don't know. But you know they're not going to change their minds. Now Sophie goes back over there, and she's found her place in the sun. A lot of people here at Wheeler Fieldhouse have their place in the sun because the sun back behind us in the west is shining through the glass doors. That won't last long, though. We are ready to resume. 11-10. Angleton on top, and Valenzuela serves. Ilagan bumps it up, and now there is the big swing and a miss hit. Holmquist really tried to come down with a big swing, but she did not get all of it, and it goes into the net. Angleton has the lead of 12-10 now. Their coach, Cheyenne Lunsford, up off the bench. Valenzuela a few steps forward and serves. Bumped up there by Brooke Bridges. Now Kempner is going to attack, and Brenna Kassler gets the winner. That gets Kempner within a point. They are down 12-11. Brooke Bridges leaves the floor, and now it is going to be Cheyenne Bates serving. She is the freshman on this team. Cheyenne is going to be the one that they build the program around in coming years. Now Angleton receives her serve, and a spike that is right on the money. A winner for Paige Smith of Angleton, and that gives the Lady Cats a 2-point lead, 13-11. Coming into the game, Hollis Deckert and Kyler Beck. First action in the match for Hollis Deckert, I believe. And if I'm wrong about that, deepest apologies. Angleton with 10 wins and 8 losses in the tournament and pre-district season. And they have that smaller district with 7 teams in it, not 9, so their district play won't begin right away. And there is a winner for Kempner as Ellie Holmquist gets it down. Angleton trying to block it, but the fingertips that slowed it down actually made it harder to get that shot back up in the air. Kempner still trailing. It is 13-12. And Layla Green to serve. The right-hander keeps her feet on the floor as she serves. No spin whatsoever. And impossible for Angleton to handle, as it took a quick drop and it was off the fists of Brooklyn Walton. And she served it under the net. 13 all. Layla Green serving again. Little side spin on that one. And Angleton could just barely get it over. Now Kempner is attacking. There's Mia Clark. Wanted to swing down, but she had to tap it over. Now a two-hand tap down. Angleton returns it, and a spinning spike attempt by Paige Smith goes into the net before she actually saw the ball because of where it went. Now Kempner's back on top, 14-13. 3 straight points for the Cougars. Now there's a big swing by Hollis Deckert, and she gets it down in the far right corner for Angleton, and that ties it up at 14 if this was a fall. Kempner, by the way, will face in football Pasadena Memorial this week to try and get their record even at 1-1. And there is a little tap over by Kempner, and it works very effectively. Brenna Kassler saw the open spot to her right, and rather than swing hard, she just kind of tapped it over the fingertips. 15-14, Kempner on top. And it's Kassler who will serve. She likes to be on the left side of the baseline, but she hits it into the net, sending Sydney Hatch into a giggling fit. But that's the thing about volleyball, you know, sometimes you can make a mistake and you can laugh about it. It's a fun game. That's one of the reasons we love to bring it to you. That point by Angleton makes it 15-all, and here is the serve by Paige Smith. Kempner's going to try to send it over. Back over her head goes Okunsanya, and she hits it long. Point to the Lady Cats. They lead it 16-15. Well, I'll tell you what, if this whole match is as close as game one, we're going to be here a long time. We got started at 7:45 p.m. And there is the Paige Smith serve. Kempner trying to return. Mia Clark can only bump it over. Didn't get to swing down on it. Now a setup for Brooke Smith. And there were 4 hits on the Angleton side because her spike attempt rolled along the top of the net. One of the Angleton girls tried to tip it over from there. That's one too many. And we are tied at 16. Brooke Bridges off the bench for Kempner. Goes to the baseline to serve. Slaps the ball, now puts it in the air, sends it deep. Valenzuela bumps it. Now Kyler Beck is going to set it up. And Hollis Deckert's swing is, it's no good because I think her shot attempt hit the red and white pole on the far side of the court. That means it's out. 17-16 Kempner, now Angleton receiving serve, and there is Jenna Sebesta. She tries to get one down, but it's going to be Kempner returning it. Mia Clark jumps and doesn't get a lot of high velocity on that spike. Now it's back on the Kempner side. Okunsanya swings away, and that'll be a winner. It went off the forearm of Tinsey Jones near the baseline and then all the way to the back wall. Kempner by 2, 18-16. Okunsanya is one of the leading blockers on the team. She's a junior, and Brenna Kassler, not committed to any college. We think she will be at some point. Layla Green bumps one over for Kempner. Now Angleton will attack. And there is a swing by Hollis Deckard, and she gets it down. Gets her teammates up off the bench. They like what they see there. Angleton down by 1. Substitution. Haley Edinger coming in for Kyler Beck. And Savannah Payne is coming in for Hollis Deckard. Angleton gets the serve back, trailing by 1 in game 1, 18-17. Two-hand dribble by Savannah Payne, who lets fly her serve. Bumped up by Kempner. And there is Cheyenne Bates trying to get it down. The freshman can't get the winner there. Now Angleton sends it back over to Kempner. And there is Bates again. She tries to get it over with a little fingertip tap. And Angleton gets the winner. It's Brooke Smith swinging away off Kempner fingertips and down. We are tied at 18. Payne goes back to the baseline. Her serve is in the air with a little bit of backspin, goes deep to the baseline. Now there's a swing by Bates, and she hits it into the net. Actually, it's blocked down by Brooke Smith. And actually, it was Jenna Sebesta. Credit to Jenna Sebesta for the block down, and now they are going to go with Brooke Smith, and her block flies out of bounds. That's a point to the Lady Cats, and they lead it 20-18. I'm wondering a little bit, might Jennifer Lee, the Kempner head coach, call a timeout, but she has not yet. Meanwhile, the Savannah Payne service continues. She's had 4 straight points off of her serve. Now Kempner going to try to return this one. That's bumped over by Layla Green, but now Angleton is going to attack. A little back set for Haley Edinger. Kempner is there with the defense. Okunsanya keeps her feet on the floor while she gives a low velocity spike, and she blocks one back in Angleton's faces, but the Lady Cats send it back over. Now Kempner, a little setup for Bates. She's blocked at the net. Tap over by Angleton. It's on the Kempner side. Now it's Clark. She swings, and it does not get down. There is Paige Smith. Can't get that to go down either. Okunsanya taps it over, and Angleton does get it over. I thought maybe they had 4 hits, but Brooke Smith got the job done. Bates now hits it into the net. That was a fantastic point, but it ends up being the 5th straight point for Angleton. They lead 21-18. Kempner wants a timeout. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
We're the volleyball school with 3 locations: Katy, the Woodlands, and the newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to help you get on the top club and school teams and have fun while doing it. The Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Both teams come back out onto the floor. Kempner is down by 3, 21-18. They've given up the last 5 points, and that's the longest streak of points by either team in this game. And the Savannah Payne service continues. Kempner will try to return it with authority. Mia Clark swings, and she gets the spike down. It was off the forearm of Brooke Smith, and it fell on the Angleton side. So Kempner breaks that string of 5 straight points, and now Mia Clark is going to serve. They trail, the Cougars do, 21-19. Clark, that is a hot serve, and it's off Valenzuela, it's off a teammate, and then it's off the back wall. She's a good...
Uni Royal or BF Goodrich tires with purchase of road hazard and installation. And don't sweat it. Save on AC repair as much as $75 off, $750 in AC repairs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and restrictions. Remember to book your appointment too. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
We'll have more volleyball for you tomorrow night here on VypeFortBend.com. Probably an early start, about 5:30 we think, over at Foster High School, and they are hosting St. John's. And then on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's football. Travis at Foster, our countdown to kickoff show starts at 6:45 on Thursday. On Friday, it's Crosby at Marshall from Hall Stadium. Again, starting at 6:45, and then on Saturday, 5:45 start, Clements at Fulshear from Traylor Stadium. And I'm sorry I had to get that promo in, and I missed describing a point for you, but Kempner gets the point. So they were trailing 21-20 going to the timeout. They get the first point coming out of the timeout, and we are tied at 21. Hot serve coming in by Mia Clark, and now Valenzuela just a 2-hand bump over. Now a big swing and a ball down for Kempner. They get another point as Ellie Holmquist taps it with a left hand. So now 3 straight points by the Cougars, and now they lead at 22-21. This is just game 1. This is good already. Mia Clark serves, coming in hot, but she hit the net. You know, sometimes when you have that pitcher that throws it hard and can really make the ball drop, sometimes it hits in front of the plate and it's a wild pitch like that one. 22-22. Brooke Smith ready to serve for Angleton, spins the ball and hits from the middle of the baseline. A little bit of topspin there. And now we have a double hit on the part of Kempner. Clark set it up into the arms of Brooke Bridges, and I guess it touched one hand and then another. 23-22 Angleton. Brooke Smith serves again. Serves it very deep, bumped up by Clark. And there's Okunsanya, cannot get it down. Angleton got to hit it over on this one. They do with Haley Edinger. Now Kempner attacking. Now Bates makes a spike without leaving her feet, and it dives in front of the Angleton defense down to the floor, and we're tied at 23. Coming in for Kempner is Brenna Kassler, and to the baseline goes Sophie Ilagan, the Blinn College commit. She hits it into the net. Oh my goodness. And now it is game point for Angleton on the unforced error. Valenzuela's turn to serve. But before she does, timeout Kempner will return on VypeFortBend.com.
Watch parties aren't what they used to be.
Welcome to today's matinee.
Ever since we got Xfinity, my little sister and her friends can easily stream all their favorite stuff.
We'll start with 2 episodes of Top Chef, then Chopped.
When I was a kid, we'd worry about buffering. Now they just worry about what's on the charcuterie board.
Enjoy these fine meats and cheeses.
These are just cut up hot dogs and spray cheese.
Indeed.
The best way to stream your favorites is on the Xfinity 10G network. Now through September 6th, get gig internet on the Xfinity 10G network made for streaming for $30 a month for 2 years with no annual contract.
Okay, we thought the timeout was going to be longer. Sorry to bail. Valenzuela serves. This could be it in the first game. Kempner bumps it over, and they get the winner to save it. It is the freshman Cheyenne Bates who gets it to move around like a pinball, and we are tied at 24, so it's not going to end abruptly. You've got to win by 2 to capture a game. Bates bouncing the ball hard, now jumps and serves. Just ticked the top of the tape. Valenzuela can't get it back over, and it's a point to the Cougars. They lead 25-24. This first game has been close throughout. No one has led by more than 4. Bates spins it, jumps and sends it over deep, dug out nicely. Now Angleton to try and return it. Haley Edinger pastes it to the baseline. A perfect spike got between Cougar players, and we're tied at 25. Hollis Deckard and Kyler Beck come onto the court. Taking a seat, Savannah Payne and Haley Edinger. And Kyler Beck will serve. We're tied at 25. The right-hander serves with her feet on the floor. A lot of top spin, a little overset by Kempner. Angleton can handle this easily. And now a swing by Sloan Greek. And 4 hits on the Angleton side because it hit the top of the net and went back and touched an Angleton player. Kempner leads at 26-25. And can they close out game 1? It's been difficult for both. Each team has had a game point opportunity, and now Layla Green serves it deep. Valenzuela going to set it up, and now there is Deckard who bumps it over. Kempner now attacking, and there's a little tap, can't get it down. Brenna Kassler, and it is Kempner who gets the point as they win a joust at the net. And it's Sydney Hatch who deserves credit for making the play that wins game 1, 27-25 the final. The two teams will switch sides and be back. This is Tuesday Night Volleyball on VypeFortBend.com, presented by the Volleyball School.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
First Tire and Automotive puts you first. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy. Great back to school supplies on tires. Save $100 off 4 Michelin, Uniroyal, or BF Goodrich tires with purchase of road hazard and installation. And don't sweat it. Save on AC repair as much as $75 off, $750 in AC repairs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and restrictions. Remember to book your appointment too. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We're the volleyball school with 3 locations, Katy, the Woodlands, and the newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to help you get on the top club and school teams and have fun while doing it. The Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Back inside Wheeler Fieldhouse, the 2 teams switch ends. Cougars now defending the south end of the floor at Wheeler Fieldhouse. They win the first game 27-25, looking for their 9th match win of the 2023 season. Angleton comes in with a record of 10-8. So before we start the first game, Okunsanya comes off, and she's replaced by Sophia Logan. Sophie is the only player on the Kempner varsity that plays club among the upperclassmen. And that's kind of unusual. I guess you just have a lot of Renaissance girls for Kempner. They're good volleyball players, but there's more to their life than that. And to begin this match, or this second game rather, Cheyenne Bates, the freshman, will serve, and she's waiting for the go-ahead from the officials. We appreciate the officials being here. They're from TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials. All right, we're going to take a break. There is something to be talked about here involving an assistant principal. We'll be back.
First Tire and Automotive puts you first. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy. Great back to school supplies on tires. Save $100 off 4 Michelin, Uniroyal, or BF Goodrich tires with purchase of road hazard and installation. And don't sweat it. Save on AC repair as much as $75 off, $750 in AC repairs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and restrictions. Remember to book your appointment too. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Okay, according to a highly placed and reliable source who shall remain nameless, there were some students behind the Angleton bench talking a little bit to the Lady Cats, and so the officials made sure that those guys were moved to another part of the seats. All right, so the first point goes to Kempner, and I was kind of giving you that news report, so now let's get back to the sports. It's 1-0 Kempner. Bates with a hot serve coming in, overset by Angleton. They'll really get to throw the hammer on this one, and Kempner does get it come back at them, however, as Ellie Holmquist couldn't get it down, but on her second spike attempt of that point, she gets it off the block that falls on the Angleton side, so it's 2-0, Kempner on top, and Bates will continue with her service. She spins it. There goes her serve, and it goes sort of sideways and near the red and white pole, so she just mishit that one. And point to Angleton. It's now 2-1. Well, I noticed that Mia Clark's parents just got here, and that tells me they were there, very conscientious, and they went to open house on the Kempner campus. So good for them. You wouldn't blame them one bit, since I think she's the youngest, to just say, we're done with open house. We ain't going back. But they went. Good for the Clarks. They're good people. Anyway, Kempner just got that point on a spike that Angleton blocked into the far side stand, so it is now 3-1 Kempner. And Layla Green will go to the baseline and serve. Keeps her feet on the floor and serves it into the net. Never got close, is a good 2.5 feet below the top of the net. So that makes it 3-2. Angleton gets the serve back. So on the 5 points that have taken place in this game, too, Angleton's only 2 points are just unforced errors by Kempner. There's a hot serve coming in by number 15, Paige Smith. But Kempner sends it over, and it's a winner for Brenna Kassler. She is the tallest of the Cougar players, and now she's going to serve. Okansanya comes in, and Sophia Logan will go to the bench. 4-2, Kempner leads it. And there is the serve by Kassler. Angleton to try and return it with authority, and Paige Smith gets the winner. It rattles off the block attempt of Okansanya and goes out of bounds. So Angleton is now within 4-3. The Lady Cats dropped the first game 27-25. It was seesaw all the way. And several lead changes and many one-point leads. Now a serve by Savannah Payne of Angleton. Kempner having a hard time getting it over, and one too many hits. 4 hits on the Kempner side, and now we are tied 4-all as Angleton will continue serving with Payne doing the honors. Dribbles with 2 hands, middle of the baseline, tosses it up, now fires it. Overspin, bumped up by Kempner's Layla Green. Now Mia Clark with a big swing, but it's long with the spike attempt. Long by a couple of feet. So it is 5-4. Angleton on top after 3 straight points. And Savannah Payne has served 2 of those 3, and she's ready to fire again. Here it comes, and short of the net. She threw the sinker ball that hit grass instead of dirt. And it's now 5-5. Kempner will serve again. And Jillian Leon is in. This is her first opportunity to play, and she serves right away. The right-hander with no spin sends it deep. Now Angleton is going to send it back over. Paige Smith just crawled over the top of the net, and she has a lucky bounce. It went beyond the reach of Okansanya, and it's a point to Angleton. They lead at 6-5 here in the second. Already down 1-0 in the match. Just coming in, Sloan Greek replaces Paige Smith. Brooke Smith serving. Looks over at Coach Lunsford, gets an instruction. Hits it pretty deep. Now there is Bates trying to tap one down, but Angleton is there with the defense. Now a swing by Sloan Greek, and it's blocked by Kempner. 6-all. Mia Clark will serve. Coming in for Kempner is Ellie Holmquist. Clark's serve comes in hot, overset by Angleton. Now Kempner can put forth a big swing. Bates sends it deep. Bumped up by Angleton's Brooklyn Walton. Now Kempner on the attack again. Okansanya with a little back set for Bates. She can't get it through the block. Now there's the big swing, and the winner for Kempner's number 7, Ellie Holmquist. And Kempner takes a 7-6 lead. Mia Clark will serve again. She's ready. Fires it. Pretty deep. Angleton going to take it. Shot. And that's Haley Edinger. Can't get it to go down. Kempner attacks, and Angleton turns them back. And a little bit of a lift, a two-hit actually, a double hit on the Angleton side. And it's 8-6. Kempner leads. Here it comes, and that was a curveball thrown by Clark, but Angleton was able to handle it. Ilagan is going to set it up for Bates, who just bumps it over. Now Angleton attacking. Big swing, Edinger, and it's off forearms and beyond the baseline. A winner for Edinger of Angleton. That ties this at 8-8. I thought. Maybe it was 8-6 and now it's 8-7. Yeah, that's right. It is now 8-7. And Valenzuela, the libero wearing the white jersey, will serve for Angleton. Here it comes. Overspin. Ilagan bumps it. Now there's a big swing by Ellie Holmquist. And her block, her spike is blocked, but it falls on the Kempner side. Now we are tied at 8. And Valenzuela continues to serve for Angleton from the middle of the baseline. Lets it fly. Bumped up by Clark. Now there's going to be a swing by Bates, but she cannot get it down. Kempner will try to get a spike attempt. Okunsanya has to spike with her feet on the floor. Angleton ready. Edinger down the near sideline. Great save by Clark, but after she saved it, she couldn't get it back to a teammate's hands. And it went up into the midnight blue seats in the south end here at Wheeler. So it's 9-8 now. Angleton leads. They've gotten 3 straight points. Valenzuela, her serve is deep. Clark bumps it up. Now there's Okunsanya just bumping it over. Angleton really wants to hit it hard here, and they do with Edinger. And a nice save over on the other side by Brooke Bridges, or Jillian Leon rather. And Kempner ends up getting the point as it's a winner by Ellie Holmquist. Okunsanya comes out. Brenna Kassler in. 9-9. Kempner has just tied it. And Sophie Ilagan will serve. Sends it pretty deep with very little spin. Bump by Edinger to get it back in play. And now Sloan Greek just bumps it over. And there's Bates trying to send it to the left corner. But there's good defense there for Angleton. They bump it over with Sloan Greek. Now Kempner will attack again. Holmquist has her shot turned back, and now there's a big swing blocked by Kempner. Sloan Greek fired away, but right there for the block were Brenna Kassler and Ellie Holmquist. Kempner takes a 10-9 lead. Ilagan serves down the far sideline, bumped up with 2 hands, and now it's Paige Smith. Nice spike, but Kempner sent it back, and Bates with the winner. The freshman finds an open spot. You know, it's kind of deceptive. You watch her jump, and it looks like she's not really on top of the ball, but she is, and she was right there. 11-9, Kempner leads it. Ilagan will serve again. There it goes. Paige Smith sends it up in the air. Back to Paige Smith, and her tap over does not work, but Kempner does get the winner. That's Brenna Kassler. Her point makes it 12-9, and Angleton wants to talk about it. They called timeout. We'll take that timeout with them. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Watch parties aren't what they used to be.
Welcome to today's matinee.
Ever since we got Xfinity, my little sister and her friends can easily stream all their favorite stuff.
We'll start with 2 episodes of Top Chef, then Chopped.
When I was a kid, we'd worry about buffering. Now they just worry about what's on the charcuterie board.
Enjoy these fine meats and cheeses.
These are just cut up hot dogs and spray cheese.
Indeed.
The best way to stream your favorites is on the Xfinity 10G network. Now through September 6th, get gig internet on the Xfinity 10G network made for streaming for $30 a month for 2 years with no annual contract. Plus, add Now TV for just $20 a month. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Now TV requires Xfinity internet. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service. Actual speeds vary. Stream Top Chef on Peacock.
So we'll see if Angleton can regroup. They're down 12-9 in game 2 after losing game 1, 27-25. Kempner was serving, now attacking. Mia Clark from the middle, and she had that one go off in her hands. It went beyond the baseline, and it's 12-10. Angleton gets the serve back, and it'll be Kyler Beck. Looks over at Coach Lunsford. And here comes the serve with her team trailing 12-10. Ilagan is going to bump it up. Leon gets it in the hands of Holmquist, but she cannot get it down. Angleton gets the big swing from Sloan Greek, but Kempner sends it back. Now Angleton will attack again. Actually, that was a little two-hand tap over that didn't work out. A high bump that almost touched the rafters by Kempner. Angleton swinging away with Deckert, but it's Bates who sends it deep to the baseline. Now Angleton attacking. Leon bumps it up. And a winner for Kempner, a little finesse tap it over by Brenna Kassler. Sometimes you need a little finesse. Sometimes you need a lot. And coming out of the timeout, the teams have split a couple of points. It's now 13-10 Kempner. The freshman, Bates, ready to serve. Sends it deep to the middle. Angleton bumps it up nicely. There's a tap attempt by Paige Smith, but Kempner's going to respond. They send it over with Kassler. Angleton is going to send it back over. And they tried one of those quick sets, but Kempner was ready. And there's a spike winner for Kempner as Ellie Holmquist bangs it down. 14-10, Kempner on top. Bates spins it, and there goes her serve. Angleton to try and return. Oh, that was a high-velocity spike by Paige Smith, but Kempner kept it alive. Then a swing away by Holmquist, but she fires it beyond the far sideline. So there's a point for Angleton, and they get within 14-11. Tomorrow night it is St. John's taking on Foster with Tuesday night volleyball on a Wednesday night. And then we got a good football schedule this week. Travis at Foster Thursday night, Crosby at Marshall on Friday, and Clements at Fulshire on Saturday night. Kempner with another winner. Everything is bouncing their way. There was one of those diving digs that instead of going up like they wanted it to, it actually kind of flew in a line drive just over the top of the net. 15-11, the Cougars have momentum and a 1-game-to-none lead as they bring in their server, Layla Green, one of the shorter players on the Kempner team. And a little overset and an easy tap down for Kempner. Brenna Kassler just tapped it down. Like we said earlier, she's the tallest of the Cougar girls. And all she had to do was jump a little higher than the net and tap it down with both hands. Layla Green serving again with her team leading 16-11. Angleton trying to reroute things very quickly, get the boat going the other way. Bates bumps it over for Kempner. Now there is Paige Smith. Corrections, Brooke Smith. Brooke Smith with the winner. And it's now 16-12 Kempner. Angleton will try to get a string of points with Paige Smith serving. Takes her time and now lets it fly. Deep to the middle, bumped up by Layla Green. Clark can only bump it over for Kempner. They didn't get to swing away. Now there is Paige Smith finding an opening, a nice little impromptu move. Looked like she was about to swing away hard, but then she took something off of it and just found a spot where there were no Kempner defenders. Angleton is within 16-13. Paige Smith serves. Kempner going to return. Clark goes deep. A little bit of wildness on the initial bump there, and then a lift that they call against Hollis Deckert. He said that she kind of had contact with the ball for too long, and Now the lead is back up to 4, 17-13. Cougars on top, leading 1-0 in the match. And there is the serve by Kassler. Angleton trying to respond. Hollis Deckert was blocked. It came back on the Angleton side, but I guess there were 4 hits on the Angleton side. I was a little surprised at that. But it's another Cougar point, and they lead 18-13. Total knuckleball serve by Kassler, and Angleton cannot return it. It is 19-13. That's the biggest lead of this second game. Timeout, Angleton. Kempner players are happy, and well, they should be. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
We're the volleyball school with 3 locations, Katy, the Woodlands, and the newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to help you get on the top club and school teams and have fun while doing it. The Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Kempner players enjoying each other's company and enjoying the great run that they've had here in Game 2. They lead at 19-13. Angleton just trying to find some strategy that can help them get it going back in their direction. Served by Brenna Kassler of Kempner, but Angleton sends it back over, one of those oversets that became effective somehow. Angleton really didn't mean to hit it back over on the first try, but Kempner didn't expect the ball to be there in that particular spot. So now Angleton gets within 5. It's 19-14. And they'll send out Savannah Payne, who had that remarkable service run late in Game 1. However, Kempner was unable to close out, or Angleton rather, was unable to close out that Game 1. We'll take another break and be back. This is VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive puts you first. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy. Great back to school supplies on tires. Save $100 off 4 Michelin, Uni Royal, or BF Goodrich tires with purchase of road hazard and installation. And don't sweat it. Save on AC repair as much as $75 off, $750 in AC repairs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and restrictions. Remember to book your appointment too. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
This is Tuesday Night Volleyball on VypeFortBend.com, presented by the Volleyball School. They have a great location on Belford and Richmond. Angleton ready to serve. Savannah Payne with her team trailing 19-14 and already down 1-0 in this match. Knuckleball serve, and Kempner's going to send it back over. Mia Clark fires, and Valenzuela with the dig. Now, Brooke Smith was trying to get the spike over the net, and it hit just under the tape, and I think that Okunsanya was going to block it down anyway. 20-14, Kempner. That matches their biggest lead in Game 2. Jillian Leon ready to serve. There it goes with a little bit of counterclockwise spin. And Brooke Smith again with a spike attempt, this time from the near side, but again is unable to get it over the tape on top of the net, and the lead is 7. Leon lets fly again, this time with clockwise spin on it. And it's a point to Kempner as Angleton overset it, but not enough to get it totally over the net. And even if they hadn't, Okunsanya was going to tap it down easily. It's an 8-point lead, 22-14 Cougars. Leon serving again. There it goes. Angleton going to try to get a big hit as Haley Edinger sends it over. Now it is Bates. She is blocked at the net, but it gets down on the Angleton side. The freshman can do no wrong here in game 2. And it's 23-14. Looks like Kempner intends to just leave off and leave Angleton in their dust. There's an overset by Angleton. Bates, little tap down winner off the fingertips of Jenna Sebesta. And it is game point in game 2 for Kempner, 24-14. Leon will do the honors. And she sends it very deep. Angleton bumping it up. There's the swing by Brooke Smith, and it's a winner for Angleton. It was blocked by Okansanya and Clark tried to keep it in the air, but it went under the net. 24-15, no harm done. Angleton still needs to score 9 straight points. All right, Kempner will try to return. Clark swings, and that's beyond the left corner. And the Kempner girls were thinking it was off of an Angleton fingertip, but it wasn't. It's another point for the Lady Cats, and they're within 24-16. Brooke Smith serves it. Now Leon is going to set up Clark with a little tap into an open space, but Valenzuela sends it over there to Sloan Greek, who cannot get the winner. Now a back set for Bates, and she lifted it. And that'll be another point for Angleton. They're coming back. This is getting serious. 24-17. Still, they've got to come up with 7 straight points to extend this game 2. Smith serves. And there is Okansanya trying to tap it down. Valenzuela with the dig, and now back over her head, Brooke Smith. Now Leon with the back set for Bates. Valenzuela keeps it alive for Angleton. Great block by Okansanya, but Angleton is able to keep it above ground, and then Okansanya blocks it to end game 2. Kempner wins that one 25-17, and they will try to finish it off when we return on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County High School sports.
Watch parties aren't what they used to be.
Welcome to today's matinee.
Ever since we got Xfinity, my little sister and her friends can easily stream all their favorite stuff.
We'll start with 2 episodes of Top Chef, then Chopped.
When I was a kid, we'd worry about buffering. Now they just worry about what's on the charcuterie board.
Enjoy these fine meats and cheeses.
These are just cut up hot dogs and spray cheese.
Indeed.
The best way to stream your favorites is on the Xfinity 10G network. Now through September 6th, get gig internet on the Xfinity 10G network made for streaming for $30 a month for 2 years with no annual contract. Plus, add Now TV for just $20 a month. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Now TV requires Xfinity internet. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service. Actual speeds vary. Stream Top Chef on Peacock.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We're the volleyball school with 3 locations, Katy, the Woodlands, and the newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to help you get on the top club and school teams and have fun while doing it. The Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
The Kempner Cougar girls go back to the north end of the floor here at Wheeler Fieldhouse and will go for the sweep over Angleton, their neighbors to the south. By the way, give you our schedule one more time for the remainder of the week. On Wednesday, we've got St. John's at Foster. That's tomorrow night. More volleyball. You can never have too much volleyball, as long as it doesn't intrude on, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, which is football. Travis and Foster on Thursday night, 6:45 with the countdown to kickoff show. Friday night, we'll have Crosby and Marshall. And then on Saturday, it's Clements at Fulshire. And Clements got beaten soundly last year at Rhodes Stadium. Last year was one of those years where Hall Stadium was closed, whereas the prior year it was Mercer Stadium that was closed for remodeling. So a lot of Fort Bend ISD games were played at rented stadiums. So Clements was the host team against Fulshire at Katy ISD's Rhodes Stadium, and they got crushed. By the way, that Fulshire team is really amazing. Last year, they scored 50 points in 8 of their 11 wins. And this year, they have started with another 50-point performance in a win in week 1. Meanwhile, Clements defeated the Rosenberg Terry Rangers 14-0 in a game that we brought to you on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. So Angleton will serve. Kyler Beck doing the honors, and they will try to avoid getting swept before they get on Highway 288. And the official says, go for it. Kyler Beck will. And she sends it very deep. Clark bumps it up. Now Bates. Now there's a wild swing by Sydney Hatch, and it goes way long. First point of game 3 goes to Angleton. Kyler Beck bouncing the ball with 2 hands. Now she lets it fly. Overspin, send it to the baseline. Now Clark, now Bates. Now a swing by Holmquist, but Angleton is going to send it back. Valenzuela taps it over. Now Holmquist with a big swing, and it gets down just off the forearms of Brooke Smith. 1-1 our score, and Kempner will serve for the first time in the third game rather. Layla Green comes in, Holmquist sits down, and Layla will serve. Not much spin on her serve. Angleton going to send it back over. Paige Smith with the left-handed tap, and it goes out. Point to Kempner. They lead it 2-1. Layla Green ready to go. Jennifer Lee, head coach for Kempner, with a little signal right before the point for one of her other players. And now there is a swing into the net. Hollis Deckard of Angleton. I will call that an unforced error, and the Lady Cats trail 3-1. Green lets it go off the top of the net. Angleton does handle it, however. Now there's going to be a swing by Hollis Deckard, but Kempner is going to be able to return it. Now Clark swings away, and it's inside the baseline for a clear winner. Just in case you're joining us late, we're in the third game. It is 4-1 Kempner, and the Cougars are going for a sweep over Angleton. And Mia Clark's parents, despite the fact that I believe she's a senior, and this would be their final open house of their days with a child in school, 12th grade or younger, and they actually skipped the first part of her volleyball match to be at that open house. They are so conscientious. Love those Clarks. All right, so another point for Kempner puts them ahead 5-1, and Angleton wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. Kempner has the momentum and a 2-0 lead. We'll be right back.
First Tire and Automotive puts you first. Family owned and operated for over 25 years, helping drivers in Sugar Land and Katy. Great back to school supplies on tires. Save $100 off 4 Michelin, Uniroyal, or BF Goodrich tires with purchase of road hazard and installation. And don't sweat it. Save on AC repair as much as $75 off, $750 in AC repairs. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and restrictions. Remember to book your appointment too. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Back to live action, and Angleton attacking. A little try by Sebesta to finger roll it over the net. Didn't work, but Angleton attacking again. From the middle, it is Brooke Smith, and Kempner there with the defense. And there is Kassler, cannot get it to go down. Good defense by both teams. Angleton now attacking. Now it's on the Kempner side. Bates setting up Clark. Big swing. Gets through the block and trickles down to the floor. 6-1. Kempner on top. And Green continues her serve, and it's too long. Out of bounds, and that's a break for Angleton. They get within 6-2, and they will serve again. Tinsey Jones comes in, and she will go straight to the baseline. She replaced Sloan Greek. I don't know if Sloan's dad's name is Jimmy, but that would be really cool if it was. Those of you who remember Jimmy the Greek on CBS's The NFL Today with Brent Musburger and Phyllis George. All right, Angleton trying to return, and a big swing, and is blocked out of bounds by Kempner. Doing the honors there is Hollis Deckert, and that gets within 6-3. 2 straight points for the Lady Cats. Trying to avoid the sweep at the hands of the Kempner Cougars. We're at Wheeler Fieldhouse, while the rest of the Kempner family is having open house on the campus on Voss Road. Brenna Kassler has to lean back on her spike attempt and doesn't get much on it. And there is a point to Kempner. I'm not sure what violation Angleton committed. But Kempner gets its lead up to 7-3, and Kassler will serve. Okunsanya comes in, and the libero Ilagan goes out, and it's a service winner for Kassler. 8-3, Kempner leads it. Roger Smith along with Nate Nunez, who has moved into the pilot seat, replacing Merle Bertrand. He's back inside the mothership at Vype World headquarters. Angleton trying to return it. Brooke Smith with a big swing, but it's picked off by Bates, and Kempner is able to send it over. Now there's a setup in the middle by Paige Smith. Brooke keeps it alive, and too many hits on the Angleton side. 9-3 Kempner, but Coach Lunsford is up, and she wants to talk to the official. She's not really sure what happened. She's not going to have one of her captains go over and talk to an official. She will just move on and hope to do better. Trailing 9-3, Valenzuela bumps it. Now there is Paige Smith, and gets a winner with a little tap over right between Okunsanya and Sydney Hatch. 9-4, Angleton gets within 5. Valenzuela going to the bench to take a break. And to the middle of the baseline goes Paige Smith. Right-hander lets it go with clockwise spin. Kempner handles it. Big swing by Hatch. Sent it way deep, but Angleton handled. Now Brooke Smith. Her spike attempt was stopped by Kempner. Now she gets another chance. Actually, it was Sebesta who got a chance and could not get it through the Kempner block. 10-4, Cougars get another point, and they're serving again, this time with Jillian Leon. Leon played quite a few points in game 2. Overset by Angleton on the Leon serve. Okansanya swings, but a nice block there. Sebesta sent it back into her face, and it's a point for the Lady Cats. Haley Edinger and Savannah Payne coming in. And it's 2 and 3, Deckert and Beck coming out respectively. 10-5 is our score as Angleton has the serve. Payne fires it. Leon setting it up for Clark. Too many hits on the Angleton side, and it didn't go over the net anyway. 11-5, Kempner leads it. And this third game is kind of feeling like a boat race, with Kempner maintaining a lead of about 6 points. Green comes out, Holmquist comes in, Clark will serve. She fires her serve deep and with velocity. Angleton trying to attack, and a winner at the net. Okansanya teaming up with a nice block along with Holmquist. And that denied the spike attempt of Tinsey Jones of Angleton. It's 12-5, and Clark's serve continues. 7-point lead, the biggest, and that's a hot serve by Clark. Valenzuela had it go sideways off her arm up into the third row of the blue bleachers on the other side, so it's 13-5. Kempner growing its biggest lead of this third game. They led by 10 at one point. They had a 24-14 lead in game 2. Clark sends it over down the near sideline, but Angleton is going to try to retaliate, but they can't because Brooke Smith jumped a little bit too early and couldn't reach that one. The set didn't go as high as she had thought. 14-5 Kempner. Clark serves, hot again. Valenzuela bumps it up clean this time. Now there's a big swing by Edinger. Cannot get it down. Kempner going to attack Bates in a skirmish at the net, sends it back over. Now a back set for Edinger, sends it to the back line, and Clark returns for Kempner. Now it goes all the way over with Okansanya. Angleton attacking again. They need a flurry of points. Edinger swings, and it's long. Point to the Cougars. And they match their biggest lead in this match, 15-5. And Clark's serve continues. She swings, and that was a sinker ball on the grass, if you know what I mean. And if you've been listening, I think you do. So, I mean, when she comes in with her hot serve and it's on target, it is unreturnable by Angleton. But every once in a while, she'll hit one on the bottom half of the net. Brooke Smith with a lucky serve that crawls over the top of the tape. 2 straight points for Angleton, and they get within 15-7. And Brooke Smith will continue her serve. Spins it and lets it go, and this time into the net. 16-7 is our score. Sophie Ilagan in the white libero jersey will serve for Kempner. There it goes. Crawls over the tape. Weak return by Angleton. That's all they could do. Okansanya, or Bates rather, just bumps it over. Now there's a big swing and a winner for Sebesta. Angleton gets within 16-8. Sebesta comes out. She's replaced by Paige Smith. And Valenzuela, you know, with a last name Valenzuela, you know, Fernando Valenzuela, loved to throw the screwball. So it kind of, the right-handed serve would break, or right-handed pitch would break to the right. All right, high in the rafters, Kempner returns it. Now Angleton on the attack, and a big swing and a winner for Angleton. Paige Smith really got it in her wheelhouse. I think it might have touched a fingertip of a Kempner player, but it doesn't matter. It stayed within the baseline and the sideline, so Valenzuela ready to serve with her team down 16-9. There it goes. Nice overspin. Kempner's going to be able to send it back. Here's a bump over by Holmquist. And now there is Paige Smith with finesse at the net, but Kempner is ready. Now I think she's going to try the big swing. And actually that was not, it was Sloan Greek, and now a winner by Kempner. Credit that one to Kassler. She has the long arms and the height. Substitution. Kempner sends in Sydney Hatch. And I believe that was Leanne that came out. Bates serves. Angleton trying to send it back. Paige Smith, big swing. Clark keeps it in the air. Now there's a bump over. And it's a winner for Kempner as Holmquist got it on the Angleton side, and they were able to get it in the air, but they overset it and they hit the red and white pole on the far side. It is 18-9, Kempner leading it. Bates ready to serve again. Bates with one arm in the air now serves it. Little overset and an easy kill for Brenna Kassler of Kempner. They overset it and she bangs it down to make it 19-9. Bates will try to give Kempner an 11-point lead. Here comes her serve. Bumped up by Valenzuela. And there is Ettinger. Kempner is going to return that. Hatch off the block and out of bounds. Points at Kempner. Ettinger was right there, but it glanced to her left off of her forearm, and it's 20-9. Kempner leads by 11. That's the biggest advantage they've enjoyed at any point. And continuing to serve is the freshman. Bates bumps it up now, and it's going to be Hatch. Angleton now attacking. Kempner is there with the defense. They've had almost all of the answers. Ettinger down the far sideline. Now a big swing by Holmquist. Angleton returns it. Clark with a great save. Holmquist swings again, off the block and out of bounds. A point to the Cougars. They lead it 21-9, and the Angleton Wildcats or Lady Cats may not be long for this particular match. Bates ready to serve. Here it comes. Bumped up by Valenzuela. And a beautiful block by Kassler, and that's a winner. She denied Sloan Greek at the net. It is 22-9. Chance from the Kempner bench. Bates ready to serve. The freshman lets it fly. There it goes. And way overset, but right in the corner. That was I didn't mean to do that. Perfect point by Angleton's number 10, Brooklyn Walton. That was amazing. They all count whether you meant to do exactly that or not. She just dived, got it in the air, and sent it to the deep left corner, and no Kempner Cougar was there. It's 22-10. Angleton finally getting the serve back with Kyler Beck. There it goes. Overspin, way deep to the middle. Clark, now Bates, now Holmquist fires it. And Angleton has to go beyond the baseline to retrieve that one, but they do get it over. Now Kempner attacking again. Kassler looking for an open spot, and Angleton is there to stop it. Now there's a big swing by Sloan Greek, and Kempner is going to return it. Kassler bumps it back over her head. Now a big swing by Paige Smith. Still doesn't get down. Kempner sends it back over. And a nice setup here for the big swing of Hollis Deckert, but Kempner is there. Now Clark off the top of the net. Angleton keeps it alive. One more hit and they get it over. Kempner attacking again, trying to get another point. And Holmquist swings too early and didn't jump high enough. She's kind of laughing. And that gets Angleton within 22-11. Angleton may not pull it out, but they're showing some character, really fighting back. There's the serve by Kyler Beck. Now a back set for Holmquist. She's blocked at the net and blocked beautifully. It's a point for Angleton. Paige Smith said, I don't think so. And so Sloan Greek got a part of it too. And the lead is now 10, 22-12. Beck bouncing the ball with two hands, now flying it over the net. A little change up. Kempner handles it. Holmquist, spike attempt, but with her feet on the floor. Now Valenzuela is going to set it up, and that is bumped over by Kyler Beck. Now Kempner attacking. And Kessler finds an open spot with a finesse tap. Valenzuela almost saved it. But it's an 11-point lead again, 23-12. 2 points away from victory are the Kempner Cougars, looking for a sweep on their sort of home floor, Wheeler Fieldhouse. Green to serve for the Cougars. There it goes. Sends it deep. Now a big swing by Hollis Deckard, and she fires it long. It is 24-12 Kempner, and it is match point. Green hoping to let this be her last serve of the match. Angleton trying to keep it alive. A little tap down by Kempner. It's now on the Angleton side, and it is Deckard. Did she lift it? She did. Actually, it was 4 touches, and it's a Kempner point, and that will do it. 25-12. Kempner wins its 9th match of the year, and Angleton falls to 10-9, and we'll be back to wrap this one up on VypeFortBend.com.
Watch parties aren't what they used to be.
Welcome to today's matinee.
Ever since we got Xfinity, my little sister and her friends can easily stream all their favorite stuff.
We'll start with 2 episodes of Top Chef, then Chopped.
When I was a kid, we'd worry about buffering. Now they just worry about what's on the charcuterie board.
Enjoy these fine meats and cheeses.
These are just cut up hot dogs and spray cheese.
Indeed.
The best way to stream your favorites is on the Xfinity 10G network. Now through September 6th, get gig internet on the Xfinity 10G network made for streaming for $30 a month for 2 years with no annual contract. And get Wi-Fi equipment included when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and Wi-Fi equipment. Actual speeds vary. Stream Top Chef on Peacock.
We're the volleyball school with 3 locations, Katy, the Woodlands, and the newest in Richmond on West Belfort. We have the best developmental volleyball program in Fort Bend. We have the high-level training you need to help you get on the top club and school teams and have fun while doing it. The Richmond facility is at 18120 West Belfort. Visit thevolleyballschool.com and come train with us.
Back at Wheeler Fieldhouse, where Tuesday night volleyball on VypeFortBend.com, presented by the Volleyball School, is sponsored by Archer Volkswagen, First Tire and Automotive, and Xfinity. Glad to have you with us. And we want to remind you what we have coming up later in the week. Tomorrow night, in fact, we have Tuesday night volleyball on a Wednesday. St. John's visits Foster, a nice little confluence of a parochial school against a public school. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, football all 3 nights. Travis at Foster, 6:45 with the countdown to kickoff show on Thursday on VypeFortBend.com. Then Crosby at Marshall, same time on Friday night. And on Saturday, it'll be, unless they bump it back because of the heat, which they've been doing lately, it'll be Clements at Fulshire from Traylor Stadium starting at 5:45. Tentatively, of course. Well, for Nate Nunez, Merle Bertrand, Suna Venkat, Bob McKay, Patrick Kinnick, there is no muck in there, and everybody on the VypeFortBend.com team, Roger Smith saying thanks for being with us. Our scores were Kempner winning all 3 games, 27-25, 25-17, and 25-12. We will talk to you tomorrow afternoon from Foster as the St. John's Mavericks visit the Falcons. Good night, everybody, and God bless.